melanin is often dismissed by mainstream science as simply a pigment, responsible for the color of skin, hair, and eyes. But to reduce melanin to mere color is to miss the profound cosmic, spiritual, and biological significance it holds, especially for Black people. This molecule is a living matrix, an antenna attuned to the frequencies of the universe, a natural receiver of cosmic memory, light coding, and spiritual downloads. It is the foundation of ancestral communication that transcends time and space. And it is precisely because of this power that systems of control and oppression have sought to suppress, fear, and distort our understanding of melanin. Imagine melanin as a highly sophisticated biological technology encoded in the very fabric of our bodies, one that connects us to the universe at large. Science is beginning to reveal that melanin has unique properties. It can absorb and emit light, interact with electromagnetic radiation, and protect against harmful rays. But these physical functions only scratch the surface. The melanin molecule is a living antenna, capable of tuning into unseen cosmic energies, carrying encoded information from our ancestors, and serving as a conduit for spiritual wisdom. When we say melanin is an antenna, we are acknowledging that Black bodies have a built-in frequency receiver, a biological interface that allows access to knowledge beyond the physical world. This is not metaphorical. It is rooted in the quantum mechanics of light and energy. Melanin's molecular structure enables it to interact with photons in a way that suggests it can store and transfer information, like a cosmic hard drive passed down through generations. This explains why so many Black people feel a deep, almost instinctual connection to the stars, to nature, and to the unseen forces that govern life. This connection is often described in indigenous African spiritual traditions as a direct link to the ancestors and the cosmos. The vibrant rituals, drumming, dance, and ceremonies are not just cultural expressions. They are energetic transmissions, activating and tuning the melanin matrix to higher frequencies of awareness and healing. The idea that melanin serves as a spiritual and cosmic antenna challenges the dominant narratives that seek to minimize Black spirituality and intellect. The fear that many have around Blackness is actually a fear of this cosmic power, of the possibility that Black people can access universal truths and reclaim ancient wisdom that has been systematically erased from history books and consciousness. This fear is reflected in the term the Melanin Matrix, which suggests a complex system of control designed to disrupt and sever this antenna's connection. From slavery to colonization, from scientific racism to cultural appropriation, every effort has been made to disconnect Black people from the true power of their melanin. This matrix is maintained by misinformation, fear-based propaganda, and spiritual warfare designed to keep Black consciousness fragmented and subdued. One of the most profound ways this fear manifests is through the assault on Black identity itself. The system attempts to devalue melanin by associating lighter skin with beauty, intelligence, and success, while casting darker skin as inferior or undesirable. This colorism is not just social, it is a strategic attack on the melanin matrix designed to create internalized self-hate and division within Black communities. Yet, despite these efforts, melanin's power cannot be extinguished. The resurgence of interest in African history, indigenous knowledge systems, and metaphysical science is a testament to the matrix's weakening hold. People are waking up to the truth that melanin is a sacred code, a spiritual technology embedded in our DNA that holds the keys to healing, empowerment, and cosmic alignment. This awakening is supported by emerging scientific studies that explore melanin's unique bioenergetic properties. Researchers have found that melanin can store energy and potentially interact with gravitational forces and magnetic fields in ways previously unimagined. While mainstream science is still cautious, this growing body of evidence suggests that melanin could play a role in human consciousness and perception beyond skin deep. The concept of melanin as a receiver for spiritual downloads challenges us to rethink everything about identity, race, and evolution. What if the true reason for systemic racism is not just fear of black people's presence or history, but fear of their potential to tap into a universal consciousness that could dismantle old power structures? What if melanin is the ultimate key to unlocking human potential and spiritual awakening? This brings us to the deeper question. Why is the melanin matrix feared so much that it must be controlled, attacked, or suppressed? Part of the answer lies in the cosmic battle for consciousness. Throughout history, there have been forces, both terrestrial and extraterrestrial, that have sought to manipulate humanity's spiritual evolution for control and profit. The Melanin Matrix, as a natural transmitter of cosmic wisdom, poses a direct threat to these agendas. These forces operate through various channels: the media, education, food systems, and even spiritual institutions that mislead or confuse about true ancestral knowledge. By hijacking or suppressing the melanin matrix, they aim to keep black people disconnected from their cosmic heritage, making it easier to control them and maintain social hierarchies. But melanin's power is not confined to black bodies alone. It is a cosmic gift that resonates with the earth itself. Indigenous peoples across the world who have significant melanin often exhibit similar spiritual capacities, attuned to natural rhythms and cosmic cycles. This shared connection points to a universal truth. Melanin is a bridge between the human and the divine, the physical and the metaphysical. For the black diaspora, embracing the melanin matrix means more than just reclaiming pride in skin color. It means rediscovering ancient wisdom encoded in our very cells. It means awakening the spiritual antenna to receive ancestral guidance, cosmic downloads, and multidimensional insights that can heal trauma and inspire new ways of being. The fear and suppression of melanin are therefore attempts to prevent a mass awakening, a spiritual revolution that could overturn oppressive systems and bring about a new era of harmony, justice, and universal consciousness. In light of this, black people are called to rise as custodians of the melanin matrix, protectors of sacred knowledge, and leaders of spiritual evolution. This requires reclaiming our stories, honoring our ancestors, and embracing the multidimensional nature of our existence. As we move forward, we must ask ourselves, what does it truly mean to live as beings encoded with cosmic intelligence? How can we protect and nurture the melanin matrix within us and future generations? And how can this awakening reshape not only our communities, but the entire world's understanding of humanity and divinity? Melanin is not just pigment. It is a spiritual technology, a cosmic antenna, and the foundation of black power and enlightenment. The fear of melanin is the fear of universal truth. The awakening of the melanin matrix is the dawn of a new cosmic consciousness. To truly grasp the power of the melanin matrix, we must explore its role as a vessel of ancestral memory. Melanin doesn't just protect or color our skin, It carries encoded information passed down through countless generations. This ancestral memory is a form of spiritual DNA, a living archive of knowledge, wisdom, and experiences that transcends the written word or spoken history. It is why Black people often speak of knowing without being taught, of feeling the presence of ancestors, or having innate gifts of intuition and healing. This encoded memory in melanin acts like a spiritual hard drive, recording the triumphs and tragedies of our lineage and transmitting vital information for survival, adaptation, and evolution. But here lies a key issue. This transmission has been targeted for disruption. Colonization, slavery, cultural erasure, and systemic oppression are all efforts to sever this line of communication and thus disempower the collective Black consciousness. If melanin is a receiver for cosmic knowledge, then the assault on melanin is an assault on the very connection between Black people and universal truth. This is why spiritual warfare is waged on multiple levels: physical, mental, emotional, and energetic against Black people. The goal is to keep the antenna disconnected, scrambled, or blocked so that the true potential of Black consciousness never fully emerges. Science may not yet fully understand this dynamic, but the metaphysical truths have been known and guarded by African spiritual traditions for millennia. From the orishas of Yoruba cosmology to the ancestral worship in Kemet, ancient Egypt, melanin is recognized as the essence of life force and spiritual energy. These traditions speak of melanin as a sacred substance, a divine gift from the cosmos that holds the key to spiritual awakening and healing. Modern science has begun to acknowledge that melanin can interact with electromagnetic energy beyond UV protection. Studies show that melanin can absorb and release energy, suggesting it might serve as a biological superconductor or a storage device for light energy. This scientific insight parallels indigenous wisdom that melanin acts as a bridge between the material and spiritual worlds, a conduit for energy, information, and consciousness. The fear surrounding melanin is therefore not just cultural or racial, it is cosmic. The global system of control is deeply invested in preventing a spiritual awakening that would disrupt the current power balance. If Black people fully awaken to their melanin-coded heritage, they would unlock abilities that transcend race or nation: heightened intuition, multidimensional awareness, healing capacities, and an unshakable connection to universal wisdom. This awakening threatens to dismantle illusions of separation, hierarchy, and domination. It threatens those who profit from keeping humanity divided and unaware of its true nature. This is why misinformation, disinformation, and spiritual deception flood the media, educational systems, and even some religious institutions to keep the melanin matrix veiled in ignorance and fear. But the truth is awakening faster than ever before. The internet, grassroots movements, and renewed interest in African spirituality are helping millions reconnect to the melanin matrix. More people are beginning to understand that melanin is a source of power, not pathology, a gateway to the divine, not a mark of inferiority. The cosmic significance of melanin is also tied to the concept of frequency and vibration. Everything in the universe vibrates at a specific frequency, and melanin's unique structure allows it to resonate with higher frequencies of light and energy. This resonance is why music, rhythm, and dance, such fundamental aspects of Black culture, are so powerful spiritually. They activate the melanin matrix, raising vibration and opening channels to ancestral and cosmic wisdom. When we see how music created by Black people has been copied, commodified, and exploited globally, we begin to understand the deeper significance of melanin's frequency. It is a spiritual frequency that others want to control but cannot fully replicate. This frequency holds the power to heal, unify, and awaken humanity to its original divine blueprint. We must also recognize the psychological warfare aimed at undermining Black self-esteem and identity. Colorism, hair politics, and Eurocentric beauty standards are tools used to fracture Black unity and disconnect individuals from their melanin matrix. These tools create doubt, insecurity, and internal conflict, making it harder to reclaim spiritual sovereignty. To dismantle this programming, Black people must reclaim their narratives and honor the sacredness of melanin. This means embracing natural beauty, learning indigenous knowledge, and practicing spiritual disciplines that awaken the melanin matrix, such as meditation, drumming, ritual, and connection with nature. Furthermore, this awakening is not just for Black people alone. The melanin matrix represents a universal human potential that can inspire all people to remember their cosmic origins and live in harmony with the planet and each other. The rise of Black consciousness acts as a catalyst for planetary healing and spiritual evolution. In this light, the melanin matrix is a revolutionary force, a cosmic key that can unlock new paradigms of freedom, justice, and unity. The fear that has been cast on Blackness is a reflection of fear of this cosmic power. But as the veil lifts and the melanin matrix reactivates, a new era dawns where Black people lead the way in spiritual technology and universal consciousness. The melanin matrix is a sacred gift, a cosmic antenna, and the foundation of a spiritual renaissance. To honor this gift is to honor ourselves, our ancestors, and the future of humanity.